Physical games are dead. This is not a joke. This is not a drill. Physical games are dead. Sony just announced today that they are going to be discontinuing physical games coming January 2028. I've been looking online. I've been checking out a bunch of big influencers, content creators, all the big popular, rich people that have a lot of followers. And I'm not seeing enough passion in their videos, man. So if you came here for a nice, calm discussion, you're not going to get it. You're going to get raw, heated passion with a lot of truth right now. Guys, what Sony is doing to me and to you is unacceptable. Unacceptable, man. And the problem is it's not just Sony, right? We got Nintendo doing the same thing with their stupid dumbass game key cards, right? You buy the game, you buy the box, you open it up. Oh, there's a little code, little key card in it. You don't have the actual physical media. GTA 6 is doing the same thing. And then we got Microsoft over here, Xbox, also working on a way, my understanding is, they're working on a way where you can take your physical media, put it into their new Helix console, like the new console they're working on, and then it'll disable the media, and then you can play it online, digitally. Isn't that great, guys? Isn't that wonderful? I got the PS4 music playing here in the background, man. I'll never forget in 2018 when I finally bought my first PlayStation console for myself. It was PS4. I'll never forget setting up my apartment, man. I just had it plugged in and I was unpacking everything. And I was just listening to this music for like 10 hours straight while I was cleaning my apartment and getting everything ready. Such a nostalgic moment in my life, man. But anyway, there's so many things that are wrong with this, you guys. There's so many problems with them removing physical media. As we just saw, in case you may or may not know, they just had 500 movies that they're taking away on the PlayStation Store, on the Sony Store, that people purchased. Imagine you buy a movie, and then a few months later, or a couple years later, someone sneaks in your house, I sneak in your house all dressed up like a lion, and I steal the movie from you and just take it. Is that alright? Are you cool with that? Because that's what's happening literally right now with Sony. Amazon just pulled the same crap like a month ago. Don't believe me. Go look this crap up. It's all online. Amazon did the same thing to a bunch of people. People buy the movies on their store, and then they go to watch it, and it's gone. They say, oh, our license expired. We don't have the license to show you the movie anymore. You bought the damn movie. You own it at that point. And then there's the whole thing about owning and not owning. And by the way, this is all my footage of GameStop. This was 2019, I believe, 2018, GameStop, when I was getting Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. So some old footage that I have on my old channel. But anyway, yeah, people say, oh, well, when you buy the game, you don't really own the game anyway. You're just kind of renting the license from it. And yeah, in the fine print and the dotted lines, yeah, that's all true, right? Like, theoretically, I don't own the physical games legally or whatever, but the only way that I am going to stop being able to play those games is if Sony, Nintendo, or Microsoft sends their ninjas into my house, breaks into my home, or into your home, and steals the media from you and takes the game from you. That's the only way they can shut it off for you. But once everything goes physical, right? Once everything becomes physical, Once everything becomes digital, they snap their fingers, they press one button, and your game is gone. It's shut down, it's removed, whatever, it's hacked, somebody can hack it. The thing that you purchased is gone. That's one problem. Another problem is the pricing, guys. Again, don't believe a freaking word that I say. Go look this up yourself. Physical games, even though they cost more to make, it's so interesting, man. This is so interesting. Physical costs more to make because they have to, make the boxes, and they used to do booklets inside. They don't do that anymore. And then they have to pay for space on the shelf inside of GameStop or Best Buy, and they have to give them a fee as well. And the transportation and shipping fees, right? You got to ship it inside of a truck and whatever, what have you. So theoretically, you would think, oh, well, digital games are going to be cheaper, right, Lion? Go look it up right now. Pick any game you want. Go look online on the Sony PlayStation Store, the Xbox Store, for the digital version. And then go look up online at Amazon, eBay, whatever, Walmart, Best Buy, Target. Look at the physical edition. You will find 9 out of 10 times, not every time, but most of the time, the physical's cheaper. It's cheaper. You think it's like, $5 or $10 cheaper? No, it's like 40% cheaper. Almost half off when you go buy the physical editions. Why? I don't know. I'm just telling you the truth and what's out there. And they want to remove that too, man. Sharing games? Oh, you like to share games? My brother and I like to let each other borrow each other's games sometimes. Gone. Once everything's digital, that's all gone, man. You won't be able to actually physically hand someone a game. 12 years ago during E3, there was the DRM fiasco with Xbox and the Xbox One. Oh my god, what a terrible name, first of all. But the whole idea was like, you couldn't share the games because everything was going digital back then, right? And Sony had this beautiful, it's like a 20-second, it was like a 30-second video they posted, man, of how to share games on the PlayStation 4. And it was just, to the executives there, and they said, here. And the other guy says, thanks. And that was the end of the video. And it blew Microsoft and Nintendo out of the water, man, for that E3. I think it was 2014. It was amazing. Because it showed they were in touch with the gamers. They were in touch with the consumer. They were in touch with the marketplace, right? They had their finger on the pulse, finger on the trigger of what their customers wanted. All that is gone now, man. Greed. I say it all the time on my channel, you guys, and I will continue to say it until the day that I die. Greed destroys everything. Yes, in the beginning, when you're first creating a business or something like that, yes, you got to have some greed, right? Because you got to gather resources. That's what it's all about, gathering resources, so that you can make better products, make better services for your customers. So, of course, it's like a bell curve, right? A little bit of it is good. But then you cross over to that threshold, man, and you have too much greed, and all of a sudden it becomes an awful freaking thing for everyone around you. Greed destroys everything, man. You can look throughout history, you can look throughout civilizations, empires, companies now, right? These tech companies. They start small, they get going, they're doing great, they're a little greedy, which is understandable, I get it, you gotta make your money, and then they just keep pushing the envelope, keep going to see how far they can push it. Xbox last year raised the prices 50% on Xbox Game Pass. We all saw how that went. They got obliterated. And then they lowered it back down to $23 instead of $20, so it's still like a 15% increase overall, so they're still making more. But it's just like, dude, you guys see what I'm saying, man? These companies are trying to push the envelope as far as they freaking can. What can they get away with? It's so funny to me, too, because if you go read the blog that Sony put out, they talk about consumer demand and consumer behavior, right? The changing landscape of the marketplace. And we got to keep up with the ever-evolving trends of our customers and what they want and what their behaviors are showing us that we see on our dashboard. This is where you artificially create a problem and then you sell back the solution to the customer, right? So yes, do we all know that digital games are becoming more and more popular? Of course. Not for me, but I know the majority of people. I can't speak for the majority of gamers. I know the data is out there. Most games bought, I think it's like 3 out of 4 games for Sony in 2025 or something was digital. But that's a quarter of your sales that are physical, that are people like me, that value physical media, legacy media, whatever you want to call it, right? Media and game preservation. You're just going to get rid of a quarter of your sales, and just lean into that 75%. Like, I get it. 75% is much more. It's 3 times, right? But man, they give pre-order bonuses, things that are digital only. Like, there's so many incentives, right, to just go digital for the average consumer. You don't have to go, it's supposed to be cheaper, like we said, right? You get the digital, you get the incentives. The pre-order bonus only available on digital. There's these certain things you can only get when you digitally buy the game. That pisses me off because I want to buy physical. And then they get rid of incentives for physical. They get rid of steelbook editions. They get rid of, right? So you're incentivizing, it's twofold, right? You incentivize digital purchases. Then you de-incentivize physical. Get rid of steelbooks. Get rid of the booklets that come inside. Get rid of little trinkets and, like the Halo 3 helmet, the thing that came with the special edition, the collector's edition, right? The Uncharted's, all the different things, The Last of Us. So many, I think Devil May Cry, all these... Halo 2, man, I don't know where my brother put my Halo 2. It was this beautiful steelbook with the blue 2. I can still feel it. It was like embroidered or whatever on the steelbook for Halo 2. It was just gorgeous. You are taking away the perks, right? The posters that used to come, I got some posters here. Look, we got Radon over here with Melania. Posters that used to come with the games. When you would buy the collector's edition, the special editions, what have you, right? My Final Fantasy 16, I have this little patch that came with Final Fantasy 16. So many games are getting rid of reasons to buy physical. So that's what I'm trying to say. They artificially create a problem. Oh, you guys don't really want to get physical. Don't buy the physical. Buy the digital. You get all these goodies, and the physical doesn't really come with anything anymore, Now we're not even going to include the game in the box for GTA 6. You're going to open up your damn box. There's going to be a code in there. We're not even going to make a disc. And then you sit there and you say, well, the consumer, our dashboard says the consumer is buying more digital. Well, of course. Ooh. I'm trying to hold my tongue with the cursing because I don't have a big enough channel, man. I'm trying to grow, and I don't want to, blacklist myself any more than I already am. You artificially create the problem, then you sell back the solution. Oh, it's genius. For as far as greed is concerned, right? It's genius, man. Because then Sony, Xbox, you guys get to pocket all the money. You get to keep it all, put it in your pockets. You don't got to sell GameStop. You don't want to pay them a fee. Best Buy, you don't have to have a holding fee, nothing. Transportation fees, boxing fees, printing the physical discs, the fees. I think a bunch of people did the math. I think it came out to like $10 extra or $7 or $8 extra total per disc, per game. That's a lot of money percentage-wise. I get it. That's 10+% that you're just pissing away with the physical editions. Now you get to keep all of it, man. But the customers have no reason to buy physical anymore anyway. I still do every chance I get when I like a game. Like, I'm upset Pragmata didn't have a freaking Steelbook edition. I would have bought it. I would have spent 10 extra bucks on it. Because to me, preserving the media, it means so much to me. I see what happens with these companies, man. When they get too much power, when humans in general, when they get too much power, just like, Uncle Ben says in Spider-Man, classic line. With great power comes great responsibility. And these companies have shown me, and hopefully shown you, time and time again, they cannot be trusted. They have a lot of power, but they do not hold it, and they do not treat that power responsibly. At all. At all. They abuse it, man. They abuse that power. Every check, every turn, every chance they get. Is this done? Oh, okay. I'm just looking at stuff in the store. I was like, oh, man. They abuse it. And it's so sad. I want to preserve this stuff because they can just take it away at a moment's notice. Forced updates, right? Updates you didn't want, changes to your game that you didn't ask for. If your game is always online, which they will be, mind you, even single-player games are starting to become always online. You have to connect to the internet in order to play a damn single-player game. They can change it any way they want. Any way they want. You can't do a damn thing about it. Nothing you can do. They want to remove your game from the store? Gone. DLC you paid for? They want to get rid of it? Put it into another expansion pass? You gotta pay again? Done. They can do it. Literally, they can do whatever they want. The pricing. Oh, the pricing's supposed to go down. It's supposed to go down, Lion, right? Yeah, cheaper. It's cheaper. They're going to pass the savings on to the consumer, right? The trickle-down economics, right? They're going to save those $7 or $8, right, with the physical. So the games, instead of being $70, right, they should be $62. You think that's what's going to happen? Is that what you believe is going to happen? Interesting. Because I'm willing to bet you bet your boots, my grandmother used to say. Bet your boots. The game prices are not going to come down, you guys. They're going to stay the same or they're going to go up. I mean, GTA 6 is $80, $100 for the Ultimate Edition. GTA 6 is like an anomaly with the pricing. I knew it wasn't going to be $100 for the base game. I made multiple videos on that. You can go watch it. Not a chance in hell. $80? Absolutely, for GTA 6. The game's going to be massive, huge. Problem is, other companies are going to see that and go, oh, they did. GTA 6 is $80. We can do it too. Yeah. And then they're going to make their game freaking $80. And it's going to go poorly. It's going to go very poorly. Extremely poorly for them. Oh, did it go to the next thing? I got to go back. Okay. Darn. I am so sorry. Crazy, man. Crazy. Crazy times. Crazy times we're living in. I mean, I've been a console gamer, you guys, my entire life. Okay? Started playing video games when I was, God, who knows, 3? You know, my father showed me the NES. Mario. First game, running across the screen. Mario Bros. Amazing. Amazing. You know? Grew up. SNES, Atari, Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, PlayStation 1, GameCube, Xbox. I played them all. Wii. Every Xbox. All the PlayStations, I played them. I didn't own all these consoles. My family had a good amount, but we never owned them. I never owned them all. But I played them all, whether at a friend's house, at a store, EB Games, Best Buy, Walmart, you know, little demos. Played them all, owned a bunch, been a console gamer forever, man. Never had the money nor the knowledge to understand PC gaming. But you know what? You know what, guys? It's finally time. If you look at my other videos recently that I've been uploading, yeah, it's time. I'm currently, as we speak, July 1st, 2026, building my first PC. Researching parts, buying parts, compatible parts, figuring out what type of GPU, what CPU, what case, motherboard, all the things. Learning about all of it, man. You know, I'm like a level 1 out of 5. Maybe 1.5 out of 5 of knowledge of PC now. It used to be a 0. But to me, it's like, what's the point in owning a console now anymore? What is the freaking point in owning a console if it's all going to be digital? Why not just go PC where I can actually mod the game and make it harder for myself if I want to? Put cooler looking outfits and cooler characters in if I want to. Different music, different sound effects, different lighting, whatever. So I'm like, you know what? And I have a lot of, side note, health issues. So don't know if I'm going to be here literally tomorrow. So my worldview has shifted a lot past few years. I've been very sick. So I'm like, you know what? We're doing it. Why wait anymore? I could be dead tomorrow. I could be dead today. I know people say that all the time, right? You know, you could be gone tomorrow. But no one really, I don't think most people believe that when they say that. After going through what I've been through the past few years, I now believe that wholeheartedly. Yes, I could be gone tomorrow. So I'm trying to enjoy life. I'm trying. So yeah. Can't wait to see what happens with PS6, man. Are they gonna put a disc, you know, an add-on disc drive? I don't know. And then are they gonna do the Xbox Helix thing where you can put in the disc once, it's gonna read the disc, it'll burn the disc, like literally burn it, draw a freaking laser beam across it so it's unreadable, and then take that license and put it onto the console and that's it? You know? Literally take your physical media and then destroy it. I'm only half joking, by the way. I hope they don't do that. I'm very curious to see how it's gonna go. But at this point in time, I'm like, okay, before today, I was planning on getting the next Xbox and the next PlayStation. Because like I said, I've had consoles my entire life. I've been a console gamer. It's so simple, it's easy, I love the designs, the looks, controller gaming, man, feels so good. The sound effects, the music, right? We're listening to music right now. PlayStation 4. It's the beautiful ecosystem that exists within consoles. The Wii, don't get me started on the Wii's music and the Wii U, like the menu music. Stuff is so nostalgic, man. It's very passionate. You could tell the developers for those user interfaces, the UIs, they really cared. They really cared a lot. So that's part of the reason why I love consoles so much. There's there's a pool, there's a connection I feel with my heart towards the consoles. But it's like, well, if you're just gonna be all digital now, I don't know if I see a point, man. When I can have pretty much 90% of all the goodness, plus all the mods and everything else, and better frame rates, better resolution on a PC. So I don't know. I don't know, guys. I mean, look at the video. It's like, this stuff's going away. GameStop is gonna, oh dude, 5-10 years maximum, gone. It's gonna not exist anymore. Because why would it? You know? There's not gonna be anything else. I mean, if you have physical media, I implore you to hold on to it, you know? Make your voice heard. Maybe Sony will backtrack on this and say, just kidding, guys, April Fools. Out of season April Fools joke. We thought it was April Fools. It was actually April 1st. It's July 1st. Whoops, our bad. And it also makes me mad, man. Like, if you're still watching, thank you, you guys. You're the man. If you're still watching, you're freaking awesome. It makes me so angry to have such a small channel because my voice has been, you know, it falls on deaf ears, right? For my entire social life, career of doing this, it's been over 10 years, been making videos. And it makes me sad not only that I don't have a voice. It'd be one thing if I didn't have a voice, but there were other people that were in positions of power that used their platforms for the greater good, right? But for the most part, I don't see that being the case. There are a few outliers out there. I'm not going to name names. There are some, you know, people that have good takes every now and then, in my opinion. But even then, dude, they don't use their platforms enough. They're not aggressive enough with it. This whole thing with testosterone that I have, this whole idea is like low testosterone is permeating the entire world and it's infecting everything. It's infecting video games, music, movies, everything, dude. Low T is a huge symptom of a larger problem that's occurring, where men are afraid to be men and stand up for what is right and what is true and what is good and honorable, you know, for the good of the race, for the good of the community. If you are in a position of power and you have lots of followers and you don't use that for the greater good, then what the hell are you doing, man? You know? If you're just a dumbass streamer and you're just freaking just trying to do backflips, you know, and just scream for no reason a bunch of nonsense, it boils my blood, man. I only wish to be in a position of power one day so that you guys and myself, I can hold myself accountable, that I use that power, that great power with great responsibility, and that I do what's right for the medium, do what's right for the art, for games, for gamers, for the community. Make real change. Talk to the developers. Talk to the publishers. Say, guys, what are you doing? What were you thinking? Sony, what were you guys thinking? Bungie, what were you thinking with Marathon? Oh my God, it's another thing. Sony, they just reiterated, I don't know if you guys heard this about a week ago, they're still doubling down on live service. They still believe live service is the way to go, man. They saw Concord's $500 million fail. Marathon guaranteed is burned through $500 million by now. I guarantee it. That thing has been in development, by the way, Marathon, all of Destiny's life cycle. I don't know if you knew that. All of Destiny, not Destiny 2, all of Destiny's life cycle. There was a contract Bungie signed with Activision back in like 2011 or 2010. They were working on Marathon simultaneously. Yes, it was in the back burner. It wasn't like the whole team was working on it or anything, but still, that's money being put in to something that, well, I made a video on that. I knew it was going to fail. Absolutely got obliterated. Nobody wanted it. And then they canceled Destiny 2. And they don't give us Destiny 3. And it's just, dude, the decisions that these companies are making. Xbox is shutting down studio after studio. Mass layoffs. And I haven't even mentioned AI in this entire video. And you don't want me to start talking about AI. I mean, I have a lot of videos on my channel about AI. I might have to do a freaking AI playlist, man. I got a bunch of playlists on my channel. Yeah, guys, it's getting there, man. It's getting to that point where it's... You know, I saw a post from the food guy, report of the week, you know? My day is ruined. What did he say? my disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined or something. He posted on Twitter. I saw him. He's like, is there anything that is not getting worse? Something like that, right? And I was like, dude, this guy gets it, man. It's so true. It's so true. Like, 9 out of 10 things, right? I don't want to be hyperbolic and have an axiom that it is always true. It is a universal truth, but it's not. 9 out of 10 things are getting worse, in the world. If you point to me 10 different things that humans are doing and creating, 9 of them are probably getting worse in some way, shape, or form. It's like a net negative. It's awful what's happening, man. And then AI is developing games, right? So I talk about it a lot. As I believe AI is gonna there's gonna be an influx of AI generated games coming here, man. After GTA 6, I have a whole video. It's like no more video games. Like after GTA 6, I think it's gonna be the last true video game. Any game that is developed from December 2026 onward, forevermore. It's going to be AI. So much AI with an increasing amount of AI involved. And for the next 10 plus years, it's going to be trash, right? Because AI isn't there yet. It's not quite there yet with tech. Eventually, I do believe it will meet and or surpass human creativity because it never needs to stop thinking. It never needs to eat or sleep or whatever. It'll eventually come up with idea generation, right? Not just putting things together that it's trained on, but actually come up with new, novel ideas. I believe all that is going to come. It's just, for the majority of our, gaming careers and lives, we're not going to see it. It's going to be trash. It's going to be garbage. So we're like the guinea pigs, They're going to have to deal with that trash. That sucks. So, I don't know, guys. I know I have a lot more to say, but I think that's all I got for right now. Physical media is going away. The next Xbox and PlayStation is looking like are both going to be digital only. And I swear to God, I promise you this, the only chance they ever have of me buying those is if they add a disc drive, or it's at a reasonable price. Hopefully both. But I'm hearing rumors of $1,000, $1,200 consoles and crap like that. And I'm like, dude, at that point, I'll just get a better GPU. I'll just upgrade a GPU for $1,200. And it'll run better than the new console that's coming out. You know what I mean? So, I'm so sad, man. To see the art, the medium that I grew up with, as a kid, as a teenager, as an adult, the thing that brought me so much joy and peace in a world of chaos and pain and suffering, right? It brought me so much imagination. To see that thing slowly being beaten into the ground by dumbass, greedy suit executives at the top that don't know jack about real art and what real passion is. They can't see past the dollar signs in front of their eyes. To see it being destroyed by these complete idiots, it's heartbreaking, man. It's absolutely heartbreaking. What's even worse, like I said earlier, I'll reiterate one more time, what's even worse is that I feel that I don't have a voice. I feel that my words fall on deaf ears. And nothing I say or do matters. I feel hopeless. I feel helpless. I feel powerless. As a man, you want to feel powerful, right? To be able to make change. Power is work over time, the physics equation, right, of power. You want to be able to get a lot done. You want to have power to do the work in a short amount of time to get crap done. And I feel that I am powerless. There's nothing I can do. I've put in a lot of time, right? But the amount of work that's actually been done, I don't have a voice for the change, It's all the big YouTubers, all those guys. You know who they are. All the people who are the big influencers. They're the guys that have the power to make the change. And when they report on this kind of stuff, that is their opportunity to really make those changes happen. But when they just come in nonchalant and say, yeah, Sony said that they're not doing physical games anymore. Oh well, guys, we all saw this coming. We knew this was coming. There's nothing we can do about it. Dude, I just want to wring their necks. It's like, you have hundreds of thousands of followers, millions of followers. You make millions of dollars. And that's the best you got for your fans, for your followers? That's the best you got for them? They're following you because of video games, because of this medium, because of this art? And that's what you give them? A half-ass, response to them watching their franchises, their favorite games, their favorite companies bury themselves in the ground? No, man, no. I'll never be that way. I refuse. I refuse to just sit by idly and not at least try to get my voice out there and get my voice heard by someone to make a change. I would love to be able to make a change, to sit at the boardrooms of these executives and just look around and say, are you guys serious? What the hell are you doing? You think this is what gamers want? You're creating these artificial problems and selling them back the solution, man. And I know money is the #1 goal, and we can still make money. We make a lot of money. Where's Bloodborne 2? Oh, man. Oh, my God. Yeah, dude. No, I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully one day. Hopefully one day. Hey, as they say, right? It only takes one video. One video of mine, if it goes viral, it could change my life overnight. It only takes one video, so hopefully I make that video one day. I've made thousands. Hasn't happened yet. Been doing it for 10 years. Oh. There we go, Donkey Kong. Alright. Well, I'll just leave it there, guys. Alright, let me know your thoughts, man. Comment down below. Let me know. Am I right? Am I wrong? Do you agree? Disagree? What are your thoughts about this whole shabacle? All this crap that's going on. Is anything getting better? Or is everything just getting worse? I am the Lion of Truth. If you like this video, please share it, comment, like, subscribe, all that crap that I never say in any of my videos. I hate saying it because I sound like a soy. Everyone sounds like such low. They sound awful when they say that kind of crap. I hate it. But yeah, watch my other content. You'll get nothing but passion just like this in every single one of my videos. Pure love for the medium, pure love for gaming. Single player games is my thing. It's what I love. Mature, story-driven games, dude. Single player, story-driven. Fantasy, horror, adventure, RPGs. Love it all. Love it. Hope to see you guys soon. And I hope to come back to you with some good news. Whether it be my PC's built, guys, check it out. Or guess what? They went back on what they said. They're going to give us physical games. All right? Fingers crossed. I am the Lion of Truth. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.